Back to the chill music. Evening gamers. 2024. Oh, where do I begin? Where do I begin with this update video? Well, I know where to begin. 2024 sucked for me personally, and we still have 3 months left because we are in Q3. And yes, I am including October when I say that, because as of me recording this, it is October 3rd. I don't really feel comfortable going into the nitty-gritty of why this year hasn't been, you know, a 1 out of 10 for me, but I think the best way for me to describe it is, like, as much as I'm comfortable doing so, is family drama. Stuff that I'm kind of unfortunately used to at this point. And I know that some people will know. I'm banking on them not yapping about it. Don't yap about it if you know. That's kind of weird to yap about my personal life to other people. But like, if I had to basically sum it up, it would just be stuff I already know, which leads to me saying that up to this point it would be abandonment, loneliness. I also was not that good of a person whenever I was younger, which is awesome. I'm changing. But he lost. You thought I could be bad. Just watch. I'll get famous, and then I will use my influence to influence all of my little aliens into being in your wall. New and digital. No. Seriously though, this year has really sucked. Like, even more so than 2022, how that started out. Because at least then, I had other people and ways of coping, because I cope really well whenever there's other people. Unsurprisingly, people are social creatures. Who would have thought about that as a solution? You know, therapy literally exists. Shout out August. But about 50 days ago, on August 14th this year, I was just sort of blue, so to speak. But instead of it just being like, well, I guess this is just how it is, quickly, to get albums, I just was like in my little chair, just like being like, oh man, shit sucks. But it was like, wait, why am I fucking feeling like this? I shouldn't be feeling like this. It's like, I've realized the problem is out of my control and there's nothing I can do about it. I might as well just like make the best with what I have and do something to get out of here. Because, unsurprisingly, I do not like Florida. Get me out of here, please, I'm begging you. The subscribe button is down there. And if you don't know who I am, we're getting to that. Just timestamps in the description, or video chapters. But August 10th, you know, I sort of woke up. On that day, I basically vowed that I would try to be normal.
I'm the old Norm. I want normal beer.
Not normal like I work a 9 to 5 and I am married to a wife with 2 kids. I just was like trying to like do stuff to like take back control from whatever boss of the universe was deciding that I would be too sad and unmotivated to do anything by doing more. But how else would I be able to have done that without a want to say 2 sources? Because one source, I'm kind of into cleaning videos, which is not like the weirdest thing to say. This would not have come if it wasn't for me watching a specific cleaning channel. I don't remember which video it was, and I am not going to check, but Midwest Magic Cleaning. I was for some reason really into that channel around this time. I don't know if it was something that the voice behind the channel, so to speak, woke something up in me, but that channel and a bunch of old Markiplier videos where it's just like him yapping to the camera, like I'm doing right now, basically just being like, yo, don't feel bad. But him specifically in his story, knowing where he was before he started YouTube, it kind of like, obviously it wasn't the same, but you know what to say, history doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. It felt similar to what he was going through all those years ago. And I look at him now, and I think, hey, like he can make this work, I can make this work. And doing what I'm doing now, as in what I was doing before I just like woke up, so to speak. Like thinking about it, it's like, why? Like if I keep on going down this path of like despair and guilt and just like this downward spiral of not doing anything and rotting in my fucking bed. Did you know I moved my bed back? You can see it back down there. You know I moved it back. It's like I'm not gonna end up getting anything done, and it's like I'm gonna end up being here a bored and in a low life, and that is not what I want to be. So, what is going to be the game plan for AnnualDaniel, AnnualDaniel, and DANSPECTION going forward to hopefully be able to have this all work out and to skedaddle on out of this nightmare state? The game plan involves notes. I have a bunch of notes. You're not allowed to see because I'm about to say what they are. That'd be a spoiler. But all you need to know is that hopefully with this and luck and skill, a lot of luck, a lot of skill, everything will work out in the end. Which, I didn't write this down, but I will be saying that at the end of videos where it's appropriate, like a challenge video or like a scripted playthrough. A scripted playthrough? No. Which brings me into my fullest point. I will be doing weekly uploads again, mainly because of two things. One, it makes sense with the name, kind of. AnnualDaniel. Annual is yearly. I can't upload yearly, but I won't really care if I miss a week. It's like, oh, boo-hoo, like, whatever. It's like, yeah, as long as I'm, like, still, like, doing some, like, at least an hour of clipping once a day, it's like, that's still something. Like, editing is just a lot of clipping. There was a problem with me uploading weekly. I faced it in 2021, 2022, and 2023. Video ideas. Oh my god, video ideas. I'm not really the greatest person at coming up with ideas, I think, but then I look at my video ideas list and I'm like, oh wait, no, I do have a lot of ideas that I could do, but I don't for some reason. Even ones that I think are like legitimately really good ideas, which, you know, is a pretty big problem if you want to upload weekly, or at least aim to upload weekly. But this is where my idea comes in. I have an idea of what works. I also don't have an idea of what works, because unsurprisingly, I do not worship the numbers, even though I probably should, but I'm working on it. There are a lot of people out there who know more than me, and I can suck the information from them with a little straw. That is what I am doing with this. Click-through rate. But my game plan soon is that uploads will be in 3 orders. Challenge, playthrough, or myself. And I think doing it like this is going to help with the not having ideas problem that I mentioned, but also not wanting to do 2 videos back to back of the same thing. Because, like, let's be honest here, people aren't coming to me for, like, Danganronpa. Nobody watches Danganronpa, which is gonna be, like, my next thing I get into in a bit. And like, people watch Mega Man, but I can't just do constant Mega Man, otherwise everybody's gonna be bored. And I can't do constant Danganronpa, otherwise my channel will cease to exist. Or, you know, the Danganronpa people find into like, oh my god, get the popcorn. White boy, he's like the other white boys. Now, before uploading weekly and doing the uploading order of challenge playthrough video for myself takes effect, I need to finish all the way up to Danganronpa's 4th chapter, specifically the investigation, my Mega Man 5 Game Boy playthrough, my Minecraft Let's Play's 3rd episode, Mario Kart DS ITEMLESS, and a video for myself where I just play Wii Party spin-off because I've kind of wanted to do that for a while. And I do have 4 more, not including that, which is 2 inspections. We'll get to that at the end. The 4th trial for Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, and a Half-Life video. But they're all going to be scripted, and all going to take a lot of time, because unsurprisingly, doing scripted content takes a lot of time. My last point for my main channel, not including series, is that I should be getting fiber internet sometime by the end of the year, or the start of next year. I don't really know when, although we are able to get it now, which is good. But when we do end up getting it, and I'm able to do all of the fun stuff with fiber internet, I will be going back to uploading videos in HD. God bless. I will stream on Twitch or YouTube. Maybe, I haven't really decided yet, although I'll probably do Twitch because they're more so built around it. And I'll make a Discord server so that way I can have stuff and like announcements about whenever I'm going to stream and stuff, because I don't imagine I'll be able to really stick to a consistent sleeping schedule, because fun fact, YouTube lets you schedule videos. You can't schedule a live stream and not be there. You have to be there to you. And that's for a multitude of reasons. The main one being my sleeping problem. I cannot hold a sleeping pattern. Oh my god, it is 1:18 AM, I just checked. And now we will be getting into the series, starting off with the playthroughs of despair. I am very close to finishing the first game, somehow. I have 2 more chapters to go, and I have time left. I don't remember what I was told, but once I do finish the game, I'm going to rebrand how the episodes will be formatted, which does not apply to the first game. Maybe, I don't know, it depends. Basically, instead of doing it from session to session, and sometimes parts of sessions to other parts of sessions, it's going to be that every chapter is its own episode. Chapter 1 of Trigger Happy Havoc, for example, would be a 2-hour-long video, which is a lot of time. However, the modal free time and investigation and trial will be timestamped so they can still be treated like separate episodes. Thumbnail titles are also going to be rebranded, and they're going to be pretty similar to RT Games' Ace Attorney playthrough, because, I mean, Ace Attorney, Danganronpa, they're similar enough. I think that doing that makes sense. The titles would be something along the lines of Moron tries to complete Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc 6. For example, the thumbnails would be like this, but with fitting text and characters. So instead of Makoto in the text saying Chapter 1, it would probably be something like Chihiro in the text saying Chapter 2, Celeste in the text saying Chapter 3, etc, etc. And I obviously said it once, but I'm saying it again. The rebrand won't take effect until I finish the first game, but who knows, maybe I end up doing... Actually, no, that is a really good idea, just like doing it later on if people really like to see it. But people will want to have to show that, because knowing people want stuff is good. Now with all of this rebranding of the playthroughs of Despair, the therapy sessions will be really hard to cram in there. However, I imagine more than likely they're going to be in between stuff like the free time, order reveal, investigation, and trial. I can still do the stuff with Daniel and August, but who knows? That time I don't have any updates for this. I couldn't think of any. Not to say that I think that time I is perfect in every way, shape, and form, but for now, coming up with ideas aside, which is a problem in and of itself, I think that time I is fine in its current state. Maybe if I wanted to, I could yoink a few ideas from Tom's Kind Friends and, the totally original series content and try hard Mega Man playthrough. If I end up getting bored or demotivated doing these, I'll probably try introducing new elements here and there, like getting someone to watch me play the game, or a small challenge that doesn't really affect the playthrough that much. Think, for example, back to my Mega Man 6 playthrough, whenever I ate Takis for every stage. That was fun. Mario Kart ITEMLESS. I'm gonna be getting rid of the whole, I want to partake in the Skull Kart race storyline thing, because it doesn't really make sense to just keep it around anymore. Sure, it makes sense from Super Mario Kart, but for the S2 8 Deluxe, even Double Dash, technically, it doesn't make sense to keep it. I don't really know why I kept it around for so long. I'm just really petty, and that pettiness honestly might be hurting the series more than I thought. Let's play Minecraft. To be fair, I do have a better name for this series, but I want it to look like your regular Minecraft Let's Play, because lying is fun. What do I mean by that, you wonder? Well, it's simple. It actually does have lore. It's gonna end up serving as a way for me to do SMP stuff if I want to go back to doing that, or... yeah, but I'm not gonna do the current formatting of, hey gang, today we will be building phone... case, specifically case, redstone build. I'm only gonna be doing event or major lore, not just like a small little... I could do highlights. I just realized I could do highlights. But mainly just event and big lore and highlights. And obviously, once the Let's Play finishes, I'll end up doing a world tour on my second channel. I don't have that many updates for my second channel because I never use it for anything. But the branding is going to change from red to pink, so that way the free channels will fit the cyan, magenta, and yellow key color thing instead of RGB. So that's going to be fun. Pink. Yeah, and when I can, I'm gonna end up making a video going over the AnnualDaniel lore, which is not lore of me, but when I'm in character for something like the Playthroughs of Despair, for example. Yeah, what a shock. I'm actually not this egotistical moron who, is getting mad at video game characters to think they're actually haunting him, and that if I turn on my TV, Sayaka Maizona from Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, which you can get for $19.99 on Steam will appeal. DANSPECTION. My next two videos for the inspection are going to be a Mega Man 4 review and a Cubable Survival of the Fittest review, and the latter scares me because I don't really do the regular review thing where I talk about my thoughts on stuff. I go bit by bit, although I can still go bit by bit, it'll just be a bit more difficult to do that. After those two reviews come out, I'm going to make two more videos, one mainly about ranking stuff, and one about completing stuff. Before then eventually ending up to make a channel trailer for the inspection, which I also need to make one for my main channel, but we're getting there. I'll be sure to do it whenever I finish everything. And then after the ranking and completion come out, everything's gonna end up going back to normal with the usual game plan of a Mega Man video and then something else, until I am complete with reviewing every single Mega Man game. And I'm also gonna change the main font I use in my videos from Show Card Gothic, even though it's great, I think it works really well. It's also Mario RPG font, to Miriam Libri. It's smaller, it takes up less space, that's why. And I'm still going to be doing shorts for the inspection, although I'm not going to try to be bringing people over to the reviews and such. Instead, it's going to be original ideas that I can't really sink my teeth into. Like, for example, unlocking everything in Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart Double Dash, which are two shorts I've already made. And yeah, that's basically everything I had to say. Everything's gonna work out in the end. Peace.